SMU's 8-0, and we're 7-1.
We're excited to live in this moment and not worry about all the other things going on outside and compete against a really, really good opponent and see what happens.
We're fortunate enough to win this game. You get a ticket to Willie Walker's factory, right? You get to go. You're on the magic elevator, and you get to be in the tournament.
Oh, my
How about
goodness.
that? What an ending here in Charlotte, in uptown Charlotte. Welcome into Gamecock Saturday Night ACC Championship Edition. He's Noah Chast. I'm Chaz Frazier. We were in this end zone witnessing a crazy ending, the 56-yard field goal to walk it off and win it for the Clemson Tigers.
I mean, we're sitting down here, we're watching this game, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they're going to blow it. They're going to let them take the lead or tie it, which they did. But then they stormed down the field. They got into field goal position, and Nolan Hooser making it count. I mean, just a tremendous performance by the Clemson Tigers.
Absolutely. I mean, they've had so many field goals blocked this year, so it was fitting that they put together a drive. Cade Klubnik hitting a couple key throws down the field, setting up the walk-off thriller. Actually, let's go to it right now. Let's roll the highlights. And here it goes. It's the 56-yard field goal that walked it off for the Clemson Tigers. I mean, I'm almost speechless.
And Hooser already missed a field goal today in this game, and they still had the confidence in him, the trust in him to go back to him, and he kicked that game-winning field goal. That's how it ends. Clemson walks it off. Let's take a little rewind to see how they got there, because this was a fantastic game that Clemson really dominated early from the start, Chaz. They get that turnover in the very first possession of the game for SMU. TJ Parker forcing the fumble and recovering his own forced fumble.
Yeah, that was amazing. They couldn't have asked for a better start.
No.
The TJ Parker strip sack, that sets up Cade Klubnik in this offense in prime position, and then Cade Klubnik hits Brian Wesco Jr. We saw the freshman wide receiver come alive. It'll be a 35-yard touchdown. It was 7-0 in a blink of an eye for the Clemson Tigers.
Just like that, and Wesco Jr., man, he had a day. 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll talk about another one in just a second.
Yeah, and then reliable, I like to call him Jake Brenningstool. It was Cade Klubnik on the 9-yard little hookup. They go 5 yards to score, 4 plays, 28 yards. You say, okay, they're cooking. It's 14-0 at that point.
Yep. But fortunately, SMU, they would drive down the field. They'd find the end zone. That's okay. That happens. You expect that to go in this sort of game. But then they go back to the guy, not only reliable, but the guy who was on fire today, that man, Bryant Wesco Jr., gets another touchdown, a 43-yard touchdown pass. This puts the Tigers up 21-7.
Yeah, Cade became the first player ever to throw 3 touchdowns in a quarter of an ACC championship game. That shows you the type of elite play that was going on. We thought this one was over, and it's funny, Brian Wesco, he's actually a Texas native, just 25 miles south of Dallas, Texas, so he shined against SMU, who was from Dallas. He was shining against the Dallas team.
Maybe a little bit more personal for him, too. And you know what? The turnover fiesta was not over for this Clemson team. Khalil Barnes getting an interception, really shifting how things were moving in that second quarter. Unfortunately for both teams, those missed field goals we talked about. Nolan Hooser had one, the SMU kicker another, back-to-back missed field goals. Hooser did get another chance, and he did send one through the uprights in that first half.
Yeah, it was really, we were going to the half with Clemson up leading, and then really the second half, Clemson would stall out into that final drive. It got kind of a little boring. You're like, okay, what's going to happen? Is Clemson going to close this out? But then SMU comes storming back, and by now we know how this game finished.
I mean, it was just electric, and I'm still energized from it, the way it happened. Clemson going out to that big lead, letting it slip away. SMU driving down the field with just seconds remaining. Then they get a nice little kickoff return, some chunk plays, and Nolan Hooser winning the game with his leg. I mean, that's what college football is all about. Games like that, plays like that, moments like this that this team is having here in Charlotte. I mean, just a fantastic way to end this game and not end their season, keep their season going.
Yeah, I mean, we got lost in everything. We haven't even talked about that. The Clemson Tigers, they're going to the first ever 12-team college football playoff. They win 34-31. This is Dabo's 9th time winning this game. Experience won in this game at the end of the day.
It's just almost a ridiculous record. They're 9-1 in these ACC championship games. I mean, like you said, experience, a coach that knows how to play and get his team ready when the moment's the biggest and the brightest.
Absolutely, and we're just getting started here in uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Carolina Panthers tonight. This is the Clemson Tigers' second home.
This is Tiger Town tonight, for sure.
Hey, we got to some of the players on the field. It was crazy out here. It was a scene. You had Dabo Swinney celebrating with all the players. We're going to bring you some of that sound. You don't want to miss it. This is Gamecock Saturday Night. He's Noah Chaz. I'm Chaz Frazier. We're live from Bank of America Stadium. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we're just getting started. We're revving this thing up. We'll see you soon after this quick. Welcome back into Gamecock Saturday Night. Chaz Frazier joined alongside Noah Chaz. We're live at Bank of America Stadium. I mean, this is called Gamecock Saturday Night, so of course we got to talk about the South Carolina Gamecocks.
We do. We're in temporary Tiger Town, but we do. We'll fill you in on the Gamecock news. There is some news today for South Carolina.
Yeah, some breaking news. Dow Loggins, the current offensive coordinator, he's going to be App State's newest head coach. He's going to be the 23rd head football coach. He signed a 5-year deal that's supposed to run through 2029, so what a turn of events. You know, when you win a lot, people pluck at your position coaches and your coordinators.
And it's interesting because early in the year, Gamecock fans were calling for his job, saying, get him out of here. And then the offense turned things around. Sellers became who he became. And then he gets a head coaching job. Shane Beamer, though, love for his former offensive coordinator, tweeting out, happy for you, happy for your family. This is big for your life and career. So no bad blood there, at least publicly. So, good for Dow Loggins for that promotion. But obviously change is now coming to the Gamecock coaching staff.
Yeah, and speaking of the Gamecocks, I mean, they're going to prepare for a bowl game. I mean, if something crazy happens, we're not going to talk about the data point. We won't bring up that word.
This is a pretty good data point, but whatever.
Shane Beamer doesn't like to talk about that. Yeah, but last Tuesday's college football selection show, or preview show, or ranking show rather, the Gamecocks, they didn't land where they wanted to land.
No, they were left out of the college football playoff, and they were only moved up a spot after beating this Clemson team who just won the ACC championship game. And Shane Beamer not really happy with the move or the explanation from the committee.
Yeah, take a listen to what Shane Beamer had to say earlier this week about data points.
Ward manual, if I hear the word data point one more time in my life, I may throw up. But there's a lot of data points that they apparently take in to make their decisions. But I'm not sure strength of schedule is one of them, because I don't know how you can go play Clemson last week in the biggest game in the history of the Carolina-Clemson rivalry, win a game over a team that's ranked higher than you, and move up one spot. And another team can beat a team that's not even going to a bowl game and move up 2 spots. Or how you can sit there with a straight face and say that the results of this weekend don't matter. I would say a Clemson team that has a potential to be an ACC champion, having a loss on their home field to a team like us, that's a pretty freaking strong data point.
Hey, Coach, we agree with you, man. That is a pretty strong data point. You took down the ACC champ now, the Clemson Tigers, in the biggest Palmetto Bowl ever. I mean, come on.
And they're proving his point. They proved his point tonight that this Clemson team is a very good team, a playoff-worthy team, a championship team. South Carolina took them down last week.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the key numbers. I mean, what a season it has been so far for Shane Beamer. It's not over. The first 9-win regular season since 2013. 6-game winning streak to end the season. How about 3 wins over current top 25 teams? Shane Beamer, 29 wins. That's the most wins in the first 4 years as a head football coach at South Carolina. I mean, the numbers, they're just off the charts for Shane Beamer.
And it was a cliche, but this was the team that nobody wanted to face. They were playing some of the best football in college football. And unfortunately, their season, what ended with a great win and then a snub in their eyes from the committee. But, a historic year for Shane Beamer and his Gamecock program. And, I know he believes this is only the best of Gamecock football is still to come.
Absolutely. And how about back in Columbia today? Let's get to Lenore Sellers. He was over at Dick and Dyer's Associate, the Mercedes-Benz car dealership in town. It was a toy drive. You always love it. Holiday time. He gets out there. He signs autographs. He says hi to the fans. They always love to see him. I love that, that relationship between the fan and the star quarterback. Here's what Lenore Sellers had to say about why it's so important to give back, plus how excited he is to finish the season strong and pick up a 10th win.
It feels good. It's always a good thing to give back to the community, just like for the kids. Christmas is coming up, so I just feel like I always try to do something like once I get an opportunity. So after the season, during the off season, it's like whenever chance I get, I like to give back. Like Beamer said, it like just making more memories. Like we've been together since last January, so it's always a good time when we're together, and we just look forward to finishing the year off strong.
Yeah, they're looking to finish the year out strong. I mean, quick question, Noah. Do they belong in the college football playoff?
Let me really think about this one hard, Chaz. Yes, they do. Obviously, there's some bias. We cover these teams, both of these teams, but we watch this team play better and better football all throughout the season. They beat this current ACC champion last week in a fantastic game. They have the talent, they have the quarterback, they have the defense. Absolutely. There's some other good teams, some other teams with head-to-head wins. I get it. I could understand them being left out, but do they deserve to be? 100% absolutely.
Well said. We're here live at Bank of America Stadium where the Clemson Tigers just defeated SMU 34-31 on a walk-off field goal. The celebrations, they're going to be going all night long. We have much more on Gamecock Saturday night. We'll be right back with more on the other side of this quick timeout. Stay with us. Hey there, welcome back into Gamecock Saturday night. Chaz Frazier joined alongside Noah Chas. We're live after a tremendous ending to the ACC Championship. The Clemson Tigers walking off 34-31. They're headed back to the college football playoff, the first ever 12-team college football playoff.
You just can't keep these Clemson Tigers out of the playoff. It's what they do. Things are settling down now here on the field at Bank of America Stadium, but after that game-winning kick by Nolan Hooser, it was all chaos mode, all pure, raw emotions, celebrations. We had a chance to catch up with Nolan and some of these players who helped win this game just to see how they're feeling after such a monumental, momentous win here in the ACC Championship game.
Another kick, go out here and win it in my city, really. It's just, I mean, you look around, ACC champ, so that's what I did it for, and I mean, that was freaking awesome.
What does this feeling right now feel like?
Adrenaline rush. I'm going to crash on the bus, but shoot, it's worth it.
It was just, I got an opportunity, I made the most of it. God be the glory.
You won the ACC Championship game. You're going to the playoff. How does that feel?
Feels great. This is what we really work for. We've been grinding since January. I love this team. It's one of the best teams that I've ever been on. Now it's time to go win this playoff.
When that kick went in the air, what was going through your mind?
Go score. Go score. Or get us in position to go score. And I was able to do that. I thank you for the guys up front. I play up front too. Had the opportunity to go to the back and, just make the play. So, thank you.
Here, man, what was going through your mind?
I knew it was going in, man. That stuff we practice every single week. I'm proud of Nolan, man. He's built for that moment, and I'm just excited he got that opportunity.
Talk about this team's fight to not give up.
Yeah, man, this is a resilient team. We've been through a lot this year, been through a lot of adversity over the past 2 years. So just to have that fight, stay together and do what we do, man.
ACC champs, you're going to the playoffs.
ACC champs, we're coming for that playoff, man. Don't count them Tigers out.
Us against the world, it's always been there. It's always been that way, and it always will be. But that's how we like it. That's just how we like it.
What's this team capable of?
Special things. We got to take it day by day, week by week, but we special. Just know that.
Tell us how it says one more time.
It's us against the world. It always has been. It always will be. Just know that.
I can't even describe it. I don't even know. I was just holding my breath. I'm so proud of Nolan.
Talk about this team. You won the ACC. You're going to the playoff.
Yeah, I mean, I've had dirt thrown on our name a lot. So, got another opportunity. I'm excited to get back to work.
You guys won it.
We've done faced adversity all year, you know what I mean? So it just feels good that it finally kind of came out on our side. Just finished. That's been our word all season. Finish, and I'm just glad our guys could do it. We made it hard on ourselves, but hey, we finished. And we got a ticket to the playoff, man.
You got that pick. You're getting turnovers all over the place. What is this team capable of now that you're in the playoff?
We still ain't played our best ball. We played our best half today, but we still ain't played our best ball yet, and that's dangerous. So hopefully everything get to clicking in the playoffs, and we can just keep going.
Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
This Clemson Tiger team we're used to seeing, but an us against the world mentality, the they all counted us out mentality from all these players.
Yeah, 9-3 on the season entering this game. Backs against the wall. Syracuse, they do them the favor last week. They sneak into this game.
Shout out Fran Brown.
They dominated the first half, and then it got scary, but 56-yard walk-off field goal. They win 34-31. Let's hear what Dabo had to say, immediate reaction after the field, after a massive win.
I've been in a lot of these, and it never gets old, but all I can say is every bit of any glory goes to the good Lord upstairs, because this was his plan for us, and these young men, they kept the faith, and they just have had the courage to continue all season long, and I'm so happy for them, and I'm happy for our fans, and man, college football. What a game, and what a response by our offense when we had to have it.
What is it about this team that can have you playing deep into December and maybe even January?
Well, you saw a lot of our best football tonight. We didn't quite put the 4 quarters together, but you saw the majority of the game. We played some great football and what we can do. And we've been really close, but I'm just really happy for them, man. And we did what we needed to do. We won the turnover margin. We did enough in the red zone. Hey, it's a new season, and we're 1-0 in the postseason.
Yeah, it's a new season for sure, and the best part about it is that it's 12:33, so we've crossed over until Sunday. So later today, the Clemson Tigers are going to find out where they will head in the first ever 12-team college football playoff. How about that?
And I appreciate Dabo Swinney's, his honestness. It's college football, baby. Like, this is what you do it for. This is why you love. You lead the game, you blow the lead, you come down, and you win it at the end. That's the magic of college football.
Absolutely. It was a busy championship Saturday. We're going to recap the other games and how they will impact the Selection Sunday show later after this. He's a Penn State grad, so
I don't want to talk about it.
This guy. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back into Gamecock Saturday night. This is the part of the show where one person is going to be very happy.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about your Arizona State Sun Devils. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Penn State alum, Arizona State alum.
We'll get to my team.
Yeah, Championship Saturday. Let's start off with the Big 12 Championship. How about this? The Arizona State Sun Devils, 45-19 final. Sam Levitt, 219 yards. 3 passing touchdowns. How about Cam Scattaboo, one of the best names in college football.
One of the best names and one of the best running backs in the game.
170 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 45-19 the final. They're Big 12 champs. Kenny Dillingham, what a turnaround. 11 wins. This is only year 2 for him. 11 wins. The Devils and the Valley are going crazy right now.
Predicted to finish dead last in the Big 12. Here they are, going to the playoff and a Big 12 champion. Good for them. Good for Arizona State. I'm happy for you, Chaz. I really am. All right, let's go to the next game, the SEC championship game. Chaz, let you take this one over as well, because I'm going to talk about my Nittany Lions and probably get in my bag in just a bit.
Yeah, how about this? This was a crazy ending. Georgia, they just went into that 8 overtime thriller with Georgia Tech a couple of Fridays ago, and then you get Georgia taking on the Texas Longhorns. Another great ending. Georgia, with their backup quarterback, wins it in overtime, 22-19.
Yeah, Connor Stockton stepping up and playing huge for his Georgia Bulldogs. Everyone was thinking about that Jordan Travis FSU situation last year, but Connor Stockton put that to bed. He was playing good ball, and he found a way for his team to win. Georgia, SEC champs, beating Texas for the 2nd time this season. All right, should we talk about it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to the Big Ten championship game. The Oregon Ducks taking on my Penn State Nittany Lions. Honestly, turned it out to be a fantastic game. This one finished 45-37, the highest scoring game of the day. Not a game you expect with the way Penn State's defense has been built all season. Same with Oregon's defense, but Oregon carving through them like butter. Another great game for their quarterback. They just carved it up. Dylan Gabriel, 283 yards, 4 touchdowns. They were doing it on the ground, too. 183 rushing yards. For Penn State, not a terrible game. Drew Aller, he passed for about 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. The difference, 2 interceptions. But I think Penn State proved that they can hang with the big dogs. They just were a little short.
You know what the best thing about this segment is? We're going to end on a positive note.
Okay.
Because both of our alma maters are going to the playoff.
Yeah, look at that.
That's, you see how...
We've got ASU, we got Penn State, Clemson, and sorry, too soon.
Yeah.
We got a lot of our teams going to the playoff, though.
Hey, we're going to put a bow on this show. One more block coming your way after this quick timeout. We'll be right back here. We're live at Bank of America Stadium. Welcome back into Gamecock Saturday night. We are live in the end zone where the Clemson Tigers walked it off. They won 34-31 over SMU. What a battle it was here at Bank of America Stadium.
It was a fantastic game. Clemson, obviously with a win, giving themselves a playoff berth. But I want to take a second to say SMU, I think they saved their playoff chances. I know the committee said they weren't going to punish teams for, making and losing a conference championship game. The lead Clemson had, there's a chance the committee says, hey, Bama, we think you're better. We're putting you in. We're knocking SMU out. The way SMU stormed back, I think keeps them in this college football playoff, probably in that 12 seed spot.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. That's one of the conversations that multiple media members were having up in the press box all throughout this game. Is like, okay, SMU, they need to have a compelling comeback.
Sure.
So they can't be like, okay, you need to take a seat. And speaking of that, you want to do the honors? What are we looking at? We're talking about the CFP playoff prediction. That's from Yahoo Sports.
All right, this is a projected bracket from Yahoo, so that has SMU as that 12 seed going and facing Notre Dame on the road first round. That's a fun matchup. And it also has, if SMU is the 12 seed, this is saying because of how the other conference championships played out, Clemson, even though they won the ACC, because of their seeding or their ranking at 17 before this game, not getting a bye, this is projected to have them go, be the 11 seed, on the road to Happy Valley to play number 6 Penn State. Sign me up, baby. I would love that. That'd be a tough game for this Tiger team going up there. A hostile environment, whiteout maybe, but man, what a matchup that would be.
Yeah, that would be. On this projection, we don't see South Carolina Gamecocks. Maybe there weren't any more data points to account for, but the fun thing and the great thing is all the arguing, all the talking, all the hypotheticals, all the what-ifs, that's going to be put to bed later today on Selection Sunday, college football edition. I mean, it's amazing. Amazing.
Chaz, I've been up all night. I've been having dreams/nightmares about possible CFP scenarios. I'm glad we can finally just get the real thing out there.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. We're going to have all that coverage Sunday tonight, rather.
Later tonight. Yeah, look at that. It's getting late.
ABC Columbia at 11. For Noah Chaz, I'm Chaz Frazier. We're live at Bank of America Stadium where we witnessed an amazing Clemson walk-off win. We'll see you tonight at 11.
How about those Tigers?